Hi, I'm Sunshine. Sorry, I have to keep my doodle pad here. I have a logo on my shirt. So please excuse that. I have been called to bring a message today. I'm not exactly sure what it is. So I am going to use some cards and we will see what comes forth from the messages. This is a deck that I haven't ever used before. So this should be fun. It's a first for both of us. The Matrix. That to me, it just reminds me of kind of like an eye, almost. Look at that, because it could be, you know, an eye, or maybe a star or something like that. Let's see what else comes up, and maybe I'll find a connection. Okay, this one popped up. The Beloved. That's what that one looks like. Now in this one, she looks kind of, she has an expression on her face. And I mean, it looks like love, but also kind of looks like maybe she's not sure of something. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's not sure about whatever this is. But it's funny that I actually just noticed this. I can't see this when I'm looking at the reflection, but you see the stars on there? We just celebrated Independence Day yesterday in the United States. And those stars kind of remind me of that. So independence and beloved, maybe that's the look on her face. Maybe that's what this matrix is. Maybe she feels like she wants independence, you know, within this crazy matrix of life, where it's almost impossible, at least in this country, it's almost impossible to survive on your own without, you know, at least a roommate or something. It's expensive. Things cost a lot of money, and they're costing a lot of money. So I really kind of feel, you know, that's really what's coming through with that, is that beloved independence. The independence that she wants and that she's seeking, but there's still a little question in her face as to whether she's going to find that or not. Ooh, War and Peace. That kind of sums it up for today's society. War and peace. We have those creating war, and we have those trying to create peace. I personally am one that really wants to create peace. So, what I find interesting on this card is first of all, the crosses on there. There's two of those, which, you know, as a strong Christian influence. But these are the Mary Magdalene cards, so that makes sense. But I also see a lot of the fruit. Like maybe she needs more fruits. Maybe she needs more fruits. That's what it is. Okay. Crazy world. Wanting to find independence and love and all of those things. but there's just not enough money for all of those things, which makes a whole lot of sense. Especially with inflation the way that it is. Oh. Well, here we go. We're getting right to the point. The Sacred Sexuality card. So that brings me back to this one. Okay, she's wanting, I think she's wanting peace. Maybe there's war and peace with her beloved. So that might make sense. So independence, war and peace, and sacred sexuality. I know people don't see, I'm getting ready to dive right into the most difficult card on here, the sacred sexuality. I know a lot of people don't think about, you know, sex being, you know, a sacred act, but it really and truly is. It really and truly is. You're sharing your body, your mind, and your spirit. And maybe that's something that we should consider more sacred than what, you know, society thinks of it today. Maybe there is something special about it that we're not seeing. Divine order. That kind of makes sense too with this one, because you've got the matrix here and that's all crazy and all this stuff going on. The female longing for some kind of independence in a crazy world, you know, and it is the beloved card. So maybe she's wanting some independence within a significant relationship, but yet there's this war and peace card. And honestly, I feel like this look on her face right here, I think she's looking up. She's looking to God to help her. She doesn't see the answer. She doesn't see how any of it can possibly come about. So she's looking up, and then right after, you know, the card with the crosses on it. So I think she's seeking God's guidance on that, and this card confirms that with, you know, seeking the divine order. I think that this is someone trying to find the divine order within their relationship, within a significant relationship. And maybe not just a significant relationship, but maybe just all together with a lot of different relationships. Purgatory. That's kind of funny. That's kind of I'm not too familiar with what purgatory actually is. But I know that it's a place where you wait. You wait for your spot to go into heaven, I think, and that's Catholic religion, I think. Not exactly sure. There may be others that believe in purgatory as well. But it's kind of a waiting spot. And it's funny that that comes up where it does within this reading, because the divine order and the purgatory, it's like just waiting. You know what I mean? Waiting. And it goes right directly under the war and peace card. So maybe war and peace is that back and forth while you're waiting for whichever one it is that you choose, whether you choose the war or the peace. I know that can be different every single day as far as what we choose, whether we choose to be angry or not angry, if we choose to seek God's guidance in everything that we're doing, if we consider our bodies and our sex life to be sacred. Just seeking divine order over everything and feeling like there's this really, it's like a waiting, and it feels like it's an an unpleasant place to wait. So let's see what else comes up. It seems like we've just got kind of a lot of different things going on, and it's not really, it's not coming together, and maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point, is that none of this really kind of goes together, but it does, obviously. But I think it's just those, you know, the War and Peace being where someone is, and this, you know, being the person that's stuck in that matrix between War and Peace. And then the sacred sexuality and the divine order and the purgatory. Maybe she's trying to find divine order within herself, within her relationship, within everything. With the purgatory, that's just, if that one hadn't come up, I'm going to get a different deck. Let's see, this is an Angel Tarot deck. Let's see what we find in this. The Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in job, or a promotion. Fan-freaking-tastic. There you go. So that's what's coming. So I guess this first set of cards is, you know, kind of where things are right now, which is just kind of jumbled up and confused a little bit. And it's all over the place. But maybe this is what is coming. And then it's your lucky day. You know, I had mentioned the money and everything and the fruits being tight, so that really does confirm that. And that's going on top of the Matrix card. So the new job, I mean, I really see that, and I think that there's a spiritual aspect to it. I'm not really like that. There's all of this gold right there, and you know, she's sitting there and she's happy. Her emotions are calm. Her eyes are bright. She has a light around her, and she has light in front of her, you know, guiding her. So I think that's kind of the solution to that matrix, is just to know that we have guidance and that we need to follow that guidance. So maybe there's actually guidance being put in front of you that you're not recognizing. Oh, and the Queen of Ariel. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing right here. But I mean, it's like this lady really has it together. You know, she's got things going on. She's got friends there. She's got, you know, she's dressed fantastic. She has flowers. She has a garden. I mean, it just really looks like her life is great. You know, there doesn't look much like that there's anything going wrong. But that really comes back to me, you know, these words that are on here. You know, she has the ability to make anything beautiful. Maybe it didn't look like that before. Maybe it looked like, you know, she was struggling and that she had nothing and that she didn't have, you know, food to make a tea or anything like that. Maybe it didn't look like that. And now it does. So maybe the fruits of her labor and the War and Peace are starting to calm. And that's on top of the Beloved. And maybe that's the secret to it, is it's not about the Beloved being someone else. Maybe it's about the Beloved being yourself. Oh, wow. Now it's coming clear. Nurture yourself and those you love. Why aren't we one of the ones that we love? A lot of times we're not. That's interesting to me. Boy, I'm getting all Ariel cards. Do what you love. Time of great personal growth in your career and in artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Oh, and that's funny, working with others in a cooperative manner, right on top of that War and Peace card. Okay, so maybe these are solutions for each situation there. But that's great though, you know, and I can't say that enough about doing what you love, because there is no better personal growth for you other than doing what you love. I mean, doing what you love is where it's at. That's how you nurture yourself. That's how you, you know, that's just how you do everything. Doing what you love. That's a big epiphany for me. But it nurtures yourself and it nurtures everybody else when you love what you're doing. You know, everybody talks about my cooking and things like that and how much they love to eat it. And this kind of reminded me a little bit of that because, well, I can't see it very well because I don't have my glasses on. But it almost looked like he's preparing something for someone else. And I do that with cooking. And everybody always talks about, you know, how much they love eating and whatever. But I think what makes the food so good, maybe not the blend of spices and seasonings that I use, although that does help. But maybe it is, you know, with the fact that I love to do it. Maybe the love is what is standing out in the food that I prepare. And that's on top of War and Peace. That's kind of funny because maybe that war and peace is a back and forth within yourself about what you're doing and about how you might be doing things that you don't love. That creates a lot of war, and that can create a lot of peace when you're doing what you do love. That is funny. Which it has a 3 on the top of it too. And it's 3 always makes me feel like, you know, Jesus is there watching over the situation, or other ascended masters maybe there. Oh, I've accidentally picked up the wrong deck, but that is okay. I believe that is part of what is intended. There is no accident. Okay, let's see what comes out of here. Family. Wow, and that goes on top of the Sacred Sexuality card, which is a tree. It has all different colors on it, and let's see what that is. This has swirls and hearts, and it's pretty. That really speaks to my heart because I love, love, love trees. I do a lot of painting of trees. And it going on top of Sacred Sexuality because Sacred Sexuality does create life. It does. And when you're creating life, perhaps being sacred is the way to do that. I think I will just keep this deck. Divine Order and the Lover's card. So I think the family, you know, that's created in that sacred space, and there's divine order coming in to that lover relationship, because that's laying right on top of the divine order card. So let's see what comes on top of purgatory, because maybe that uncomfortable place of waiting is over. Co-creation. What a perfect card. Had this one in another deck too. Purgatory does indeed, now I'm talking about the purgatory as far as what I was speaking of being in a time of waiting, you know, in reference to this reading. So the co-creation with that is going to be how you get out of that purgatory. You're going to have to actively co-create with what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to have to step forth. You're going to have to do that. There's something that you are holding on to and you are not doing. And it is something that you know you're supposed to be doing, and you're just not doing it. There's no reason, really, why you're not doing it. You just aren't. And it's holding you back. It's holding you back. So right here, God's asking you to step up and co-create and get out of that spot of waiting. You do not have to stay there. You absolutely do not have to stay there. You're there by choice. By choice. By not creating what you know you're intended to create. By not bringing forth what you know in your heart that you are to be bringing forth into this world. It is time to step up. It is time to do things. Let's see what we get from this one. Beloved one. That's Archangel Chamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. This seems to be going back to, you know, that sacred sexuality, the divine order with the Lover's card, the beloved one, all of this. So co-creation. Maybe, maybe somebody's co-creating something with their significant other, like in a challenging way. I just feel like there's so much challenge in this, and that there's this challenge. I'm guessing that's why Archangel Chamuel is stepping up to help within that relationship. You are safe, Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lover energies and guarding you and your loved ones and your home. So you're safe. You have angelic guidance. I mean, this makes me feel like someone is feeling like they're in a lot of turmoil in their home, but they're not. And I feel like it's all within one person's head. That maybe the relationship isn't actually in trouble. And that's kind of what Archangel Michael is bringing out. You're co-creating this relationship. One more. Prosperity. Your material needs are provided. Follow your intuition and manifest the dreams into reality. So what's your dreams? This just looks like you can just do whatever. You've got prosperity right there. There's plenty of money to be had. There's plenty of things to be doing to create an income for yourself. What do you want to do? This is a pretty awesome card. This is kind of telling me that, you know, we're kind of thinking that we've got stuff wrong that's not really wrong. That maybe it's just not as bad as what we think it is. Very interesting. I hope that you liked what I read today. And I do appreciate you watching and listening. And I'll bring forth another word later. Thank you.